Hey friends, Tiffany Dawn here with my husband James, and we're doing something a little different this week. I had a video ready about singleness, which we'll wait till next week, and I have tried filming this video like, I don't know, 20 times?
At least 8. Somewhere between 8 and 20.
Yeah. And I know I'm not gonna say it perfectly, and saying something is better than saying nothing. And so this week, in light of George Floyd's murder, in light of the protests and the movement happening in our country right now, we just wanted to take a minute to share something that's been on our hearts.
This is the thing that we both really do want to say.
Yes.
Both of us grew up in conservative Christian homes. The social issue that was most important to our communities was the issue of abortion and being pro-life. That was ingrained, at least in me from an early age. It's the importance of being pro-life. And from our perspective, do you want to jump in now?
Yeah, this is a pro-life issue. Like, the fact that people who are black and brown are being literally killed in the streets, like, you can't get more pro-life than that. And so I want to encourage you, like, we're so vocal in our support of being pro-life or, you know, about abortion, but why are we so silent when it comes to this, which is just as much a pro-life issue as anything else? And I just want to encourage you guys, like, lend your voice to this cause. Like, this is on the heart of God, I believe. Like, God calls us to speak up for justice. He says when one part of the body hurts, you all should be hurting with it. Like, this is like the heart of Christianity. And so when we stand by passively and silently, it sends the message that these lives aren't worth speaking up for. It sends the message that
this is not an issue that affects you.
Right.
I think, but as a Christian, like our Christian brothers and sisters are hurting, and they've been hurting for a long time,
for decades, and
a lot
centuries.
of us have not been paying enough attention.
Right.
And it's so important to realize this is just as much an issue of injustice that Christians need to speak up about as abortion. We're excited that this is an issue that is starting to be talked about more and more by people who don't typically get involved in things like this.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Yeah. And so we just encourage you guys, start those discussions, start them at home, with your family, with your friends. It's awesome to post on social media to raise awareness, but where real change happens is in those hard conversations, as you process together with your friends, as you read and learn and talk about what you're reading and learning, talk about the stories that you're hearing with people close to you. That is when change happens.
Yeah, because some of you might not be there. Some of you might think, is this really happening? Is the media exaggerating this?
Right.
You want to have conversations about what you really think with people who are close to you and get more information so that you can start to understand really how bad this problem is in our country, in the United States.
And if you want to get some places to get started, I have some resources linked in the description. 2 videos that I made with some friends of mine, actually. One called White Girls Questions about Black Lives Matter. One called What Can White Girls Do for Racial Injustice? And then also some other videos and articles that you can read. I encourage you, this is an amazing opportunity to take time to hear the stories that are on social media, that are all over right now. Like, take the time to hear those, not out of a defensive way. I know it can be uncomfortable, but just sit with that, hear the stories, and talk about them with the people close to you and have those honest conversations. And it's okay if processing this takes a long time. That's normal. I know, like, for me personally, I started processing this probably 8 years ago. I started becoming more aware of this injustice and processing it, and I'm still processing it. Like, it can be a long, ongoing thing, and that's okay. But the thing is, you gotta talk about it. You can't just stay silent. You gotta talk about it.
Yeah, a lot of times if it doesn't affect you personally, just psychologically as a human, it doesn't quite seem real.
Right.
But it's so important that we rejoice with those who rejoice, we weep with those who weep. There are so many people who have been weeping for generations.
Yeah.
We need to weep with them.
Yeah.
And we need to understand why they're weeping, and we need to weep with them.
Yeah. And on that note, we'll see you again next week, and we encourage you to just take this time to get into that, to learn, to listen, and to talk. We love you guys. Bye.